Yep, nice and easy. We're done with that though. And the jump rope. Yeah. Whenever I skip rope, I can't use these wireless headphones. They fall right out of my ears. So of course, it would be helpful if I could get the rope itself not to fall out of my hands. Finish my protein shake, then we'll hit this. New name, who this? Yes, sir. For those of you who don't know me, my name is BullMuscle. For those of you who know me as Beer Battered Aggie, yes, I'm going through a rebrand. This seems like a pretty good time to talk about that, so let's go ahead and talk about it. I'm a diehard Aggie.
The eyes of Texas are upon you. That is the song they sing so well. Sounds like hell! So goodbye to Texas University. We're gonna beat you all to chiggeroo-garem, rock tough, real stuff, Texas A&M. Goodbye.
We get a little bit more all. So why can't I click all? Oh, yeah, there it goes. Nice. Alright, let's do one more bronze bar. If you adopt the mindset, and this is a quote from Jacob Fisker of Early Retirement Extreme, if you know that guy, 10 points to you. But it's a quote that I find unbelievably poignant in today's era. Spending money represents a failure to solve one's problems by smarter means. I'm gonna repeat that. Spending money represents a failure to solve one's problems by smarter means. That's painful. But yes, my friends, pure protein, as theirs makes no difference, from raw egg whites. It's disgusting, the taste is vile, and it smells, but 100. Yeah, my poor roommate has to deal with the farts that come from this, and as you might imagine, they're not pleasant. But let me go ahead and knock this bad boy down. Oh, that's vile. Good morning, everyone. Here we go. We got leg day for you today. Welcome on in. My name is BullMuscle. I'm your host. Once again, we have our wonderful admin and AV guru, Mr. Severus here. He has been working on really fitting up the audio, and it really should come in a lot better than it was. Hopefully, it still continues to. We're gonna go ahead and get started, I suppose. So, usual, gonna go ahead and get started with a little bit of the jump rope, and we'll go from there. I'm gonna actually tell you what. Shoot. I'm gonna go off. I'm actually gonna go off shot for the jump rope, I think. Yeah, we'll go over here. Just because I'm always nervous about hitting the ceiling, so we're just gonna. Cool. All right. Sorry about that. Welcome on in, everybody. Oh, we already have first-time new chatter. Who do we got here? It is. No, it's a returning chatter. It's King Mando. Hope y'all are having an awesome weekend. I sure am. I'm here with my buddy Severus. It's great. It's lit. It's wonderful. And I left my pencil inside, so I may have to go back and get that. Okay. All right. There should be a bunch of extra ones, either a pencil or a pen, just scattered around my desk. Appreciate that. Anyway, so what do we got on tap for y'all today? Ladies and gentlemen, it is the king of all the workouts, leg day. So we're gonna hit legs. To do that, I think I'm best off moving the camera back. Give y'all an actual view of what is being done. Perfect. So that way I can turn around and do pieces to camera. Oh, you rock, thank you. So I can turn around, I can do pieces to camera, but you guys can also still see me. Anywho. We're going to go to, today is September 9th. I'll take my watch off, so we gotta go to active thermometer in here, let it cool. Just let it chill there. And we're going to start with just getting warmed up. Nothing too crazy. Today, because I'm doing these workouts at Severus, I'm gonna go for more volume. I think that's probably gonna be the plan. To be honest, I haven't done a higher volume squat day in a while anyway, so it works out really nice. But we're gonna warm up first. In general, with squat, I find it important to warm up a little bit more than I otherwise would, because these are larger muscles and you're working more of your body, so you really do want to be pretty warm before hitting the heavy stuff. I usually can dive pretty quickly into bench or pull-ups, squat a little bit less so. Severus, you want to warm up on this?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be kind of cool with height differences because you'll see us kind of do things slightly different. Of course, my clavicle still hurts, so I'm not gonna do it front.
If you want, I can show you how I do it at the front. It shouldn't hurt your clavicle because of where it rests.
Because I think I hold it too high, is what the deal is.
But you do a high bar on the back end is what it looks like.
Yeah, that's what I usually do.
All right. That's not bad.
I didn't do jump ropes, so I did a few extra here.
Yeah, no. Take your time. This is just a bar. You gotta warm up. You both do.
Of course, you do a million of these at 45, it's still gonna hurt.
Yeah. I'm excited. My goal for today is to hit a shit ton of volume on squats. I'm gonna figure out roughly where I need these racks. I'm thinking the answer's gonna be one notch below where I normally do for you.
Yeah.
Where did I put the other? There it is. That's gonna be here. Yeah, you can just do some air squats to warm up. I always start with fronts. So if you want, do you want to try doing fronts?
We'll try.
All right.
We'll see how it works.
We'll give it a try with the bar, just so you can see how it feels. So when I do fronts, what I do is, a lot of guys will do this. I find that hurts my wrists and my elbows, so I don't like to do it. Instead, I go with the cross pattern. Really, all my hands are doing is ensuring it stays up.
Yeah.
And so you see sort of the front delt muscle here,
Yeah.
right? So this front delt muscle is this is the cushion. So if you come closer, you can really see it. But when I get on here, I'm putting it not quite on my clavicle, but like on the muscles just in front.
And that was my mistake.
Right, so it's just right here. Give that a shot and see how it feels. And it doesn't feel comfortable, just don't worry about it.
Yeah, because I tried the same right here,
Right.
this, and my buddy Brandon does it this way sometimes, and
Yeah.
it doesn't feel good on me for this
No,
reason.
so all your hands should do, all your thumbs should do is be up against the bar and preventing it from rolling down.
Yeah.
There you go, yeah, about right there.
Start there.
Maybe a bit further up, really depends on where your delts are.
Yeah.
You just kind of got to find it, play around with it.
I have delts. Wow. Okay, go.
Yeah,
So, yeah, not bad. Actually, it's not bad.
yeah. So that's a good one to do. Another way you can do front squats is you can take two dumbbells and hold them, hold them out like this or hold them sideways like this, not even resting on your shoulders so much, but just using your arms.
Yeah.
You know, if you wanted to take two dumbbells, you just go like this, right? As near as it makes no difference, this is basically the same thing as a front squat.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the idea. If you find that barbell front squats just aren't comfortable for you, that's a really good alternative.
Well, never really tried other than that one time. It hurt my wrist.
Yeah.
I do it after that.
The other is the Zercher squat. My bro really likes these, where you put it in the crook of your elbow I find it doesn't feel very good on my elbow, so I don't really do it. You keep it a little bit closer to your body. You keep it in the crook of your elbow. It's great if you've got really meaty forearms, but I don't see any benefit to that. I feel like I don't get quite as good as a range of motion with Zerchers as well, relative to fronts. So I keep it with the fronts. Anyway, we're gonna do our first set. Warm up, throw a 25 on there, if you wouldn't mind.
Oh, okay.
No, keep that on there.
I'll put another 25 on.
Do 175. $25 right there.
Right, we're here.
It's up front. It's over here.
Oh, okay. No, we're gonna find it. There it is.
It's all right. Perfect. There it is. Tell me one thing. You expect the freedom that you say is yours. Prove that you deserve it. Help us to preserve it. Freedom, words and nothing more. Front squat ain't supposed to be a heavy weight. You want to try this with just plates?
Let's see what it feels like at this.
Alright. It's gonna be pretty heavy.
Well, front squat it might be, yeah.
You want a belt too?
Nah, I haven't used a belt in years.
Okay.
Yeah, I might need to go a little bit down on that.
Yeah. I mean, just proportionally it makes sense.
Yeah. I want a 5'8". But rather 5'7.5", but I cheat. Like anybody else.
Where's your
Collar.
Oh, here. Sorry.
Just in case.
Yeah.
I hope Brandon's not watching. Yeah,
There you go. That's it. Just go slow. Widen your stance if you need to. Step back a bit. There you go. The guards are short, so you have to.
Oh, I'm losing
semi-
it here. I'm losing it here.
That's all right.
No, I'm losing it here.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, so that's not gonna work for me. Oops.
Watch this.
There he goes. Yeah.
Just a casual flex.
I'll practice more in the front. I'll start in the back.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, that was only a warm-up set for me. Throw a second plate on. You move your back. Morning. Hey. In my car, my baby Beth. Hey, Big Red. Do you see? The border war's back. Kansas versus Missouri. No, keep that off.
Oh, you said another point.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. No. We're fine.
So, and then throw me a 5 if you would. That'll be 225. I think we'll start here. I'm gonna go for a lot more volume today than normal. So we're gonna do that. Yo, lab boys. You just had my first double gainer later today. Can I get some words of encouragement? Hell yeah, lab. I know you're gonna fucking get it. By the way, for those of you who don't know, shout out to my homie lab boys. Go check his shout out on YouTube. Fucking film it, bro. I wanna see it. So, lab, today is leg day. I think you had mentioned about that earlier. I'm gonna be hitting squat. I'm gonna be really a little bit more on the volume side today than the weight side. I can go up weight, but I'm really planning on it. We're going to start with just a basic squat set. I think I'm going to do a high bar set to begin with, just because it's a good idea every so often to hit a high bar. I prefer low bar. Really, to me, if you're over 6 feet tall, low bar can help jack your weight up on squats, especially if you've got longer legs. Really, the difference, right? What low bar does, if you have a high bar right here, the weight is slightly forward from your center of gravity. By putting it in the low bar, it centers it a little bit better. As a result, it's less strain on your knees. All right, here we go. But we're going to start with high bar because it's important to do it every so often. Being free will just be. Your turn. Feel the belt?
No.
All right.
But coming off of a cut, I've been doing maintenance type of workouts, not volume or heavy weight. So it's been a while since I've done squats. Let's see how this does.
Take it easy.
My max has been 260. We're at 225.
225, that's right.
I guess not bad for someone 5'8".
Check my parallel. I'm watching, don't worry. And that's about parallel. Not bad. There you go. 4. Hit a fist set. Hit a fist set, that's 5. 6. Yeah, you're hitting it parallel.
Got it, boy.
Breathe, that's it.
Oh, just that.
You good? Alright.
Not too bad. Not too bad. Could be better.
You alright? Cool.
Really jacks up my heart rate.
Oh yeah. Let me set this up too. Because
Oh yeah, right.
I'm going to turn the camera angle slightly. The reason I'm doing that is then I come over here, I can do pullovers at the side of shot. Turn it a bit more. There we go, perfect. So you still get the squats. I'll do sets of pullovers, superset. Change this to 20s. If you wish to do these, I know you said your collarbone's been beat up. Just do it like a 2.5 pound plate or even no weight at all.
We'll give it a shot.
So next, we'll hit 225 for volume. Now we're going to move the low bar. You'll probably notice the difference where the bar is located. That's the idea. That's what we want. All right. What's chat got? That's all right.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, lab boys, do you kill it on that fucking double flip or double gainer today? You got it. Hydrant, good to see you. All right. We'll get started. I'll probably superset this with calves, starting on the next set, probably not this one. Here we go. Let's get a little rush on. Dun, dun, da, 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 da. $18. Not bad. Your turn.
Caught me. I had enough. There you go. Come on.
There you go, nice work, nice work. Slide it, this way.
Yeah. Oh, it's not.
There you go. No. Go down weight.
Yeah.
Extend it, you can't bend your elbows.
Yeah, it hurts.
Now breathe at the, breathe.
Oh,
You have to go breathe in at the end. That's it, breathe in there. Expand that rib cage. That's it. Slow. Just do 10. Can't do 20.
I died.
Oh God, how you doing? Welcome on in. Good to see you.
How much you tell about the above 40 categories? That clinical doesn't feel better at all.
Yeah. There you go. Keep those arms fully extended as much as you can. That's it. It's about expanding that rib cage. You see that barrel chested look.
Full confidence. Whew. Like that.
All right, now for our set of calves. Okay.
And I'll do a lot of uphill hiking.
You hit a set of calves. Hey, Evans Epic, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the bullpen. There's calves there.
Yep.
That's it. Nice.
They got pretty decent calves.
Cooch Poo C says, need to work more on your glutes and lats. Well, I worked my lats yesterday. They're already pretty sore. And yeah, I would agree with that. Compared to my pecs, my lats have some work they need to get. As far as glutes are concerned, well, what do you think we're doing right now? Squat volume is a good way to train, as good a way to train glutes as any, isn't it? Welcome to the chat, Evans. All right. I think I'm gonna do a set at 275. I'll throw it on, and then you can rack back to 225 if you want.
I will. I will.
Yeah. You're doing calf raises? Yeah, you just joined that means you just joined the channel. I did a set of squats and I do a set of calf raises. I'm just about to do another set of squats. You can do both squats and calves on the same day. In fact, why wouldn't you? The weight's already set up for it.
Yeah.
It's important to do both. I just did a set at 225 a couple minutes ago. You must have only just joined the stream. Just added a 25er. All right, so this is 215, 265, 275. The other side as well. Is that 5 in there? Yeah.
Yep. Trust but verify.
Cool. Always.
Yeah.
It's already getting warm in here. Something better than this. I may have to go use the bathroom again after this. My internals are not very happy with me right now. Damn. It's gonna be tough. Alright. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. Just writing it down. Here we go. Strong leg pull. Here we go. I'm on. Happy belated Labor Day at all. Who's your friend? I'll talk about that in a minute. Your turn if you want.
Try to stay out of the camera.
All right.
Oh, fuck, one more.
So, there you go.
Oh, I cheated.
Yeah, there you're starting to not quite get as deep. That's all right. If you gotta go down, wait, just let me know. Cristiano, good to see you. So, gay boy, this is my friend Severus. You've seen him. He's one of the admins on my show. He came out here to help with the AV. You notice the audio quality sounds a lot better thanks to him. I'm also putting him through his paces on a leg workout today because afterwards we're gonna go hit a local barbecue joint of my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
And we're gonna eat like our lives depended on it. This is gonna be a good time.
And yes, I'm over 40. No, I'm not his dad, okay?
Yeah. He ain't tall enough.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. No, good friends, and you know, I've always said my doors are open. He's just the first one to fucking take me up on it. And if anybody's earned the privilege, it's him. I'll get this set up and I'll set it up. Here. Do you want to, for your next set, go down to 185?
I go down 185.
Okay.
I should start at 185, but we didn't, so that's
Okay.
okay.
See, what I can do is instead of swapping on and off 25s, I'll start swapping on and off the plates. age is a number, it's whatever. Damn right. It's a good attitude.
I like that brother, whoever that is.
It is Gay Boy 1230. Alright, I'll psych myself up and do another set. I've already done 2 sets of pullover. So I'm going to omit my 3rd set here because I'm going to do this set on one side of the staff.
Okay, we got Casper, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, what are you, oh, are you going to do a set? Alright.
Yeah, just
Yeah. Alright, I'm not ready.
No, you're working out.
Boy. I'll be right back. I gotta handle this now.
Bring a towel for me, please, if you're going that way.
Towel? You got it.
Thank you. I'm sweating like a pig.
Yep. Baño está ocupado. Fuck, this is gonna be hard.
Woo!
Here.
Thank you.
The bathroom is currently occupied by the roommate, so.
Oh, the backyard is too public.
No. This ain't a number 1.
That's what it is, too public.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't do 20, I did 25, so sue me.
Fine.
But a little bit lighter than the last one we did, so it's a little more.
Yeah.
I just wonder if your audience has any questions for those who are over 40.
Yeah.
Glad to answer them.
Yeah. It's important to keep lifting as you age. The idea that old people aren't supposed to stay out of the gym is nonsense. It's bullshit.
Did he just call me old people? Did you just call me old people?
I didn't say you. I said, I'm talking people in their 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
Right?
There you go, I like that.
You do physical exercise. You are keeping your body in better shape for longer. You're improving not just your lifespan, but your quality of life.
Yeah, because I was telling Bo yesterday, I've got longevity in my family, so,
Yeah.
and I got farm work to do when I'm out in the city, so I've got to stay in shape. I got a lot of relatives I got to be around for.
That's right. Let's do this. Strong like bull. No quit. Send something over a minute. Hey, LT, good to see you. All right. Actually, speaking of towels, you better wipe off this because
That's true,
as I do low bar and start sweating, I can lose grip on the shelf that I create with my upper back. And if I do that, that risks injury, so better Be smart about it. Let's do this. Strong like bull. There we go. Come on.
You can do it. Got parallel, good. Come on! There it is. Nailed it. Bathroom. For those who may have just come on, I'm just coming off of a cut. I was just doing a weight workout, but I was doing it at more like a maintenance phase, just to not lose any muscle mass while cutting calories. Probably went maybe a week or two too long on the cutting. And so I'm now just going back to maintenance calories for a couple of weeks. For me, that's 2,700 calories. I'm only 5'8", so. And then I'm going to go back and start over with a weight workout, going for volume. So I'm going to start, I should have started a little bit lighter because I'm not used to this at the moment, but that's okay. That's okay. 2, 3, 4. Oh, shit. Sorry. I did 12. I probably could have done 1 or 2 more, but you know, there's some people I follow. Having a couple in the tank is not a bad thing, but you know, if you do it for the volume and do a lot more sets, I mean, it'll do it. And I think at the end of my next menstrual cycle, I will be going to failure. Here I was just maybe 2 away from it. But I tell you what, don't listen to me, listen to Bull, because I trust his judgment. I mean, look at him. I think he's been doing that since age 16, great shape. Something's working. So, one reason why I subscribe to this channel, because you know what he's talking about. You see results. He's big into financial education, which I support when he does. So that's why I support his channel. It's not bad at all. But I'm going to see what questions they bring. There's a hey. Yeah, whoever gave away 1230, yeah, age is a number. I do appreciate that. What's so funny is, on cameras, my grade comes out a lot more than it would normally, but that's just how it goes. I'm okay with it. I've learned to live with it by far, which is really good. I'm trying to see how many. Oh, 22. Okay, cool. Which is really good. Now, Bull and I were talking yesterday, and I think the average viewer for him is around the mid-20s. A lot from Europe, which is pretty cool. And I'm one of the outliers. But, you know, we both went to A&M, both from Texas, at least he said most of his time there. I'm a native Texan, so yeehaw there. And anyone's wondering, my name is Severus. I think he mentioned that. It's a Celtic word for wealth. And because there's certain things I can't tell you what to do, anyway, but you'll kind of get the idea if you get there a little bit. So hopefully he will be here shortly. I'm going to go ahead and get my calf raises in. Oh shoot, no, I didn't do this, but I'll get my calf raises. Then I'll go and do the pullovers. Get a little hand there. Can't just sit around and do nothing. Oh my God. I tried to entertain them best I could.
No, I apologize for that, dear audience. That was strongly necessary. Holy shit.
Well, you did have a lot of fiber last night.
That I did. We had a big pot of delicious bolognese, and what I did was I spiralized a bunch of English cucumber and yellow squash instead of spaghetti to save on calories. And hey, thank you. That was unnecessary, but I do appreciate it. Thank you so much for the gift subs.
What's it? Who did? Who gifted?
You did.
I always do. I want more people to be in this channel. It's an awesome channel.
I appreciate that immensely. But yeah, between the yellow squash and the English cucumber I used as my spiralized equivalent to pasta, I saved 500-600 calories, but it had some other effects.
Yeah.
Let me do one more set. 275.
Oh, I should put that weight back on. Sorry.
No, you're good, you're good. I need more time to rest anyway. How am I doing? Yeah, but I'm feeling a bit lightheaded. Oh yeah, temp wise, 81, sounds about right. It's amazing what the difference a few degrees makes. 81, you sweat a whole hell of a lot more than 71.
Did you wipe out the bar?
No, I don't. I'm about to use it, so there's no point.
Well, for
I'm
me.
going to do a set of calves, so then I'm going to
Okay, go.
squat.
Don't want to do the mess one.
Oh, I needed that. Whew. So, you may notice the bar is set at a slightly lower point. This is so that way I don't have to constantly adjust the height between Severus and myself. Severus is 5'8", I'm 6'3", so it's easier for me to start it shorter and come up than it is for him to, you know, wear stilts. Hey, Walks Through Fire, good to see you. Welcome on in. All right. other set of squats. Let's psych myself off for this one.
Yeah, I've done 3 sets. How many sets of squat are we gonna do?
I think this will be my last set at 275. It'll be my 5th set total at what I would call a working weight. So probably go to, I don't know, 225 or something after this.
I might have missed one.
Maybe I don't know, maybe I'll do one more set at 275, I'm not sure.
I'll be good enough for sure.
Okay. Alright, music on. Psych myself up.
I'm just wondering how many of your followers use music while they lift, because I don't, but I listen to podcasts, so I'm just curious how many people listen to music or what they do.
I certainly do. It helps me quite a bit. The right song. That ain't it. I got it. Perfect. So, only the Padres had a clutch in that big rig of a team. Facts. Lost 8 pounds on my trainer's cut so far, listening to affirmations on my lift. Hey, congratulations. That's really good to hear.
Cool.
Keep at it. Keep kicking ass. Keep killing it, man. Nothing makes me happier on these streams when someone comes in and tells me they've been working harder and succeeding and seeing the results of their own hard work. Really puts a smile on my face. So I love to hear it. Thank you for the update, the one who walks through fire. Those are the kinds of comments and posts in the chat that make my day. All right, get ready. Focus. 275.
I don't know if I should do something.
Yeah, slow your back arching a bit on that last one. That should probably be your last working set.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Sit.
Ah.
Sit.
Ah.
Yeah, don't worry about that, just sit.
I'm gonna feel it tomorrow. Might feel it today, we'll see.
Told you, man. Whole day yesterday I went to shit.
I
Yeah, you know.
this. It's been too long.
Oh, Bull the priest is here. Listen to Nine Inch Nails a lot. Listen to some rap once in a while. Still on the treadmill though. Alright. You got another thing coming by Judas Priest. Good selection. Alright. I'm feeling a bit bold actually. I think. I'm gonna do. I think what I'm going to try is a set of 315. So, actually, you know what? No. No. Let's do a set of 325. On the plate and the small recorder.
One plate and one quarter.
So I'll hit Judas Priest off of their 1982 Screaming for Vengeance album. Yes, sir. Thank you very much, Big Red. Severus, you are being asked, what do you listen to? What do you like for podcasts while you listen?
I listen to informational podcasts a lot of times. I will listen to Away with Words on NPR. It's educational. I learn some things. If I'm feeling that I really need to push, I'll put on some podcasts that might piss me off a bit, and that really gets me going. But if I play a song, it kind of times it. It makes me think that it's going to take forever to do something. That's why I don't really usually listen to music.
And to each their own, really. It doesn't,
Exactly.
just because I do something one way doesn't mean you have to do it. By the way, I am finished with pullover, so I'm going to put this back. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to do a set tabs, set of squats at 325. I'm guessing I'll get somewhere around 8. And then I'm going to do raider pulls. I'll try to do them as quickly as I can, but after a heavy set like that, I may just be out of commission for 30 seconds to a minute. Haven't listened to podcasts much lately. I'm not much of one for podcasts. I need something to pump me up. For me, that's usually hard rock, heavy metal, and some rap from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Judas Priest is exactly in my wheelhouse, so that's what I love about Big Red. He always seems to feed me pretty good suggestions.
There you go.
Yeah, I can rep this. Although I am going to sit and rest for a moment. I'll listen to berserker style chanting to pump me up before it's effective. Hey, if it works, don't judge it. I know guys who listen to classical. Guys who listen to Gregorian chants.
Oh, God. coming.
Am I going to do Romanian deadlifts today? Probably not Romanians, because I was planning on doing trap bar, the hex bar deadlifts. I guess I could do Romanians with those in the sense that, you know, I go really slow coming down, but to me that's not really a Romanian. A Romanian's got to be with the straight bar in front of you, so, or really not in front of you, but as close to your center of gravity as you can. So, Pooch, I was planning on doing trap bar deadlifts instead today, or hex bar deadlifts. The reason for that is Severus doesn't have access to a hex bar, so it's the perfect time to get a little of that done, you know?
Yeah, might have to get my gym to get one.
We may do, I was thinking about doing lunges, I think. Might do Bulgarian splits too. Might do Bulgarians over lunges.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just doing what he tells me.
I'm gonna figure out. Oh, we're gonna do a couple sets of. I'm gonna do a couple sets of front squat as well. That's gonna be a much lighter weight.
Yeah.
Okay, so figure out how many I've done so far. 1, 2, 5, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. Okay. Yeah, we're going slow. Shit. Young Bull, I'm on like that. XX Flame Killer 21. Welcome to the chat. All right. This is going to be 325. That is not quite 150 kilograms, but it's very close. It's like 145-ish. I'm on like day 27 on my real grind. 27 out of 365. Well, good for you, man. Sounds like you're really diving in hard into a new regimen. It's always a good feeling. All right, I'm going to psych myself up when I get this. Strong like bull. Let's do this. Come on.
You got it.
That was bad.
You got parallel. You're good.
Wrong form. That was a bad last rep. That was dangerous.
But you got parallel though.
No, that was bad, that last rep. That wasn't good.
Back was a little funky.
Yeah. Please don't get me kicked off of Twitch. Don't violate terms of service, please. Rate or pulse. All right. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Let's D-rack go to 175. Rudolph, welcome. But seriously, man, the one rule of this channel is not to get me kicked off of Twitch, so keep the horny to a down low level, okay? I haven't been ego lifting as well, that's for sure. How often do you do deloads or weeks off? Not seldom, but every couple of months maybe. No, if he keeps up, go back and delete it. But he knows the rules now. He's new time chatter, so you know it's all right. But welcome to the bullpen, man. Stick around. That's why I'm quiet. I know it's why a lot of y'all are quiet. Unfortunately, you know, look, I don't make the rules. Twitch does.
So, Bull, just for my education on the Raider poles, I noticed you went to 2 different sides. Was it just because you changed your hand position?
I changed the hands. The only reason I switched sides is because that way I was in front of the fan.
Oh, okay. I saw that. I thought maybe that way it's the way you're switching hands. That's interesting.
Pooch, it's not soft. He's my mod. Look, the only reason I walk on eggshells here is because Twitch is really vague about what is and isn't okay for your chat to say. So I kind of have to stay on the hardline side because I'm kind of forced to walk on eggshells. Big Red Fro doesn't care. I care because I don't want to get kicked off this platform. Because every so often, some loser will come over and flag my content, even though I really try to respect the rules and the vague terms of service Twitch forces me to abide by. If you want more explicit content, that's what the Discord's for. Please, by all means, join it. But no need to get so confrontational. All right. Yeah, so the Raider pole. Okay, so what is the Raider pole? I'll answer this before I do a set of front squats. The Raider pole works in the same way as those overhead poles I was doing earlier. The concept of the overhead pole isn't the weight. Notice I was doing a 20-pound dumbbell. It was not heavy. Having it back up here over my head forces my rib cage to expand. And the key to those is to breathe in as deeply as you can while the weight is over your head, or rather behind your head, at the top of the range of motion. And so when you do that, it expands your rib cage. You see that nice barrel-chested look, which is why my pecs look so good. Yeah, there's muscle mass there. The real reason is these two exercises. The Raider pull is named after 1950s, 1960s weightlifting icon Peary Raider. Peary Raider was known for having a really, really good chest. It's because what he would do is pair, after heavy breathing squats, which is what y'all saw me do, right? I was taking 2, 3, 4 seconds between each rep there at the end, is take a stationary vertical pole, wrap your arms around it, and try to bring your sternum to the poles. If you feel it in your sternum, you're doing it correctly. That's the idea. So hopefully that provides a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of information on that one. Hey, we got a new follow. Thank you very much. Ken, 4ball84. Welcome on in. So I need to update that. Yeah, the 8th rep on that set at that's 325, not 315. At 325 was dirty. I could feel back began to arch a little bit, knees began to buckle inwards a little bit, and that's a sign I shouldn't have done that last rep. But 7 clean-ish reps is pretty solid. This is back down to 185. I need 170.
Oh, sorry.
That's good, that's good. We're done the heavy stuff. I'm gonna wrap this out. If you wanna bump down the plates and do this with me, let me know. That's not cool with that. If you wanna forego the additional 2 front squat sets, understandable.
I gotta work on those. I gotta work on those.
Perhaps I'll try those. Always in need of a bigger chest. Yeah. One book I recommend for that in particular is Super Squats by Randall Strawson. I've shown it on my chat many a time. It's about $8. You can buy it or even get it out of the library for free. Your local library is such an underrated tool. Use it to your advantage. It's like a 100-page book. It'll take you an hour or two to read. It's fantastic. Strongly, strongly recommend it. There's a lot of really good tips and tricks in there. I can't recommend it enough. Anyway. Oh my God. Sorry. Yeah, we're reaching the point where the workout gets very, very tough in terms of just the hard sets in terms of weight are now behind us. Nothing is going to be heavier than the last set. The trouble is now we're at the point where the exhaustion's setting in. So I'm going to switch music from a little more pumped up 80s sort of metal and such to a little bit more dirty, sludgy. We're going to go with Rooster by Alice in Chains.
There you go.
It's a damn good song. So, those of you who don't know, Rooster by Alice in Chains is a song about the lead guitarist's father. The lead guitarist's name is Jerry Cantrell. I believe his father was Jerry Cantrell Sr., who was a soldier in Vietnam, and his nickname was the Rooster. And he wrote a song about it, and it's, as someone whose father also served in a foreign war for the U.S. military, hits very close to home. My dad loved that song very much, and it's fucking good. There's an apocryphal story, I don't know how much of this is verified, but there was only one time they ever played Rooster live in front of Cantrell's father, and Cantrell had said it was the only time he'd seen his dad well up with tears because it meant that much to him. It's pretty fucking powerful. You imagine, you have your son, who's now this world-famous rock star guitarist, write that kind of an emotional song about your service. It's got to be an honor, I think. I have that book. You have Super Squats by Mr. Strawson. Well, go back and read it, fam. The Raider pull is in there. Promise you. It's even in the glossary at the back. You can get right to it. All right. Here we go. $175. $175. And when I do that, when I'm patting the weights, this is just as much a ritual for me to get myself into the zone of working out as it is for me to actually check the weight. When I'm mid-workout, it's very easy for me to not count the weight correctly, so it's helpful for that. It's not why I do it. Ritual, tradition, repetition is what gets you into a zone. It's a mental cue to prep your body to work out. All right, we got 2 more sets of this. We'll move on to Bulgarians and then trap bar dads. Switch. 10 on each hand. You want to try those?
I'd rather do it. Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Just the pulse.
Yeah.
You should be able to do those.
And you know what? I'm in front of a fan. That feels really good.
Yeah. Jamessa, thank you very much for the follow.
Ouch. Put it on the sternum, but not bad.
A little bit. Go a little bit higher. Put your hands up a bit more. There you go. That's it. Yeah, should hurt your sternum. That's if you feel in your sternum, you're doing it right.
Well.
That's it. Breathe deep in. It's about forcing oxygen into your lungs while your rib cage is stretched out. It'll be easier for you when the weight's on.
Oh. At least the sternum. That's pretty better today.
Yeah.
Switch out.
That was my second rate of pull, I believe. Yeah. This is 1, 2, 5, 6, 9, 18, 1, 2. Okay. Yeah. Feel it?
Yeah.
Nice. Damn, Bull Bama fans brought the fire today for college game day. Hell yeah, roll tide, man. I'm rooting for Alabama hard today. I usually do because my mama went there, but they're playing that orange school today.
Yeah.
Also, I see we have 30 viewers in chat, so you guys get handstand push-ups at the end of the workout. So stay hyped for that. Sign says everything's bigger in Texas except their trophy case. I think they recycled that one the last time A&M was in town and they did college game day. Texas's trophy case is bigger than ours, I'll admit. Except for in 2 sports. Rodeo and meat judging, baby. Yeah. Now, meat judging and rodeo in particular, it's us and Texas Tech that just duke it out all the time. Oklahoma State, too. Which really shouldn't surprise anyone. Let's check the temp in here. It's nice, it's staying in the low 80s as opposed to, right, so all this summer, imagine this if it's 90 degrees in here instead of 80.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then people wonder, well, why don't you lift at 5? Well, that's why. Fuck that. I don't fully understand football, but I can enjoy watching it now. Hell yeah. Don't forget women's hoops. I think we're about on par with Texas there. We won 1 under Blair in 2011, but that's it. You know, I think Texas has 1 or 2 in their history. No, we are not historically as successful in the athletic field as many other schools our size. However, there are some reasons for that. We were a small all-male military cadet school until 1963, and people often like to overlook that. And the same thing applies to the football record. Yeah, if you look at the all-time record, it is very slanted, but the majority of the delta in that record comes before the fall of Saigon, the end of the Vietnam War. Why does that matter? Well, until 1963, right, being an all-male, and to that point all-white, military cadet-only school hampered A&M's recruiting. Now, Texas was all-white into the 60s too, so maybe that didn't matter. But being cadets only definitely had a deleterious effect. Now, you can say, okay, why do you say that the fall of Vietnam? Well, being in the Corps was optional after 1963, it was still the majority of how the campus operated well into the 70s. In the 70s, due to the Arab oil embargo and the subsequent skyrocketing of oil and gas prices, all of a sudden the state permanent university fund in Texas had enough resources and a booming population to finance growth in all the major universities in the state. And that's when A&M's population, student body, started to really skyrocket. It's the 70s. Moreover, A&M, being a historically military-oriented and therefore much more conservative-leaning college, was fairly hawkish. In the 60s, if you were hawkish, you were going to have a hard time attracting a lot of younger people, especially young athletes. So as a result, you know, it was a lot harder, right? So when Texas was winning national championships in the late 60s, A&M was preparing to send boys over to Vietnam. That's what we were doing. I mean, most of the guys who went into the Corps in the 60s at A&M went over to Vietnam to fight. That's what A&M did. I mean, the military service is the reason A&M exists. And I'll promise I'll get to a set. This is just kind of interesting and important. Hey, Sanyor120, thank you very much for the follow. If you want me to flex, you can look at the bottom left corner for your chat points. Save them up, and you can get me to flex. But I will do another set here. Anyway, the point is with A&M. So A&M nearly went, really for the first 40 years of A&M's existence, from 1876 until World War I, A&M had to fight to justify its continued existence, right? What's that? Anyway, so yeah, A&M had to fight for its continued existence. World War I, half of all the A&M student body to have ever gone through the university, that's class of 1880 onward, served in World War I, half of the entire student body. Because of that disproportionate contribution to the war effort, from 1917 onward, Uncle Sam had a vested interest in ensuring Texas A&M stuck around. And it showed. World War II, us Aggies, we contributed more to the war effort in terms of officers than either West Point or the Naval Academy, and very few universities can say that. Our contributions to the war effort in World War II and wars after the fact have always been extremely strong. Both the three-letter agencies of the federal government and the U.S. military, of course, have very deep ties with A&M. There's a reason the president who ran the CIA, George Bush the Elder, 41, not 43, even though he didn't go to the university, he decided to put his presidential library in College Station, Texas. And it's because a lot of people who served under him were Aggies, and he had a very soft spot for the university, even though he was a Yale-educated man. He's a Yankee, but he was one of the good ones, is what I like to say. Talking about American barbecue, how does it deviate from state to state, or is barbecue pretty much the same all over the country? That is an awesome question. I'm going to do a set, but I'm 100% going to talk about that immediately after. All right. Speaking of Vietnam, I finished the rooster. There we go. Walking tall, machine gun man. They spit on me in my homeland. Lawyers send me pictures of my boy. Got my pills against mosquito death. My buddy's breathing his dying breath. Oh God, please, won't you help me make it through? Come on. Shit, no, my water. Damn it. Ah. Oh well. That's okay. Don't worry about it.
Too late.
All right. I'll do the rear fold. Okay, so talk barbecue. We'll wrap up a few more reps. Okay. We'll set up the trap bar as well. So this needs to be moved here. This needs to be moved back. Thank you. All right. So let's talk. Let's talk barbecue for a moment. We got a pack bounce, all right. It's game day, so ba 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 ba. Goodbye to Texas University. There you go. So American barbecue, right? There are four main styles: Carolina style, Kansas City style, Texas style, and Memphis style. There are others: Alabama, Mississippi, but in general, those are the four most well known. Carolina, in particular, deals with shredded pulled pork. Usually it's cut of the shoulder meat. We don't need this for a little while. We don't need that for a bit. We're going to do Bulgarians next. So I'm going to do them with 40s. You can pick your dumbbell as you see fit. Centers. Adjust as necessary. So Carolina deals mainly with pork, as does Memphis. Kansas City can do pork and also beef. Texas is usually beef, usually in the form of brisket. Brisket usually does not have a sauce. Most Carolina barbecue does, as do Kansas City or Memphis. Memphis usually deals with ribs. Kansas City usually deals with burnt ends. And then within Carolina, you've got three distinct styles. You have the Eastern Carolina pig pick or whole hog barbecue, which is a vinegar-based sauce and pulled shoulder, but also lots of skin and other parts of the whole hog, as you might expect. The tomato-based Western Carolina sauce, which is popular in the foothills of the Appalachians in the upstate, and my favorite, South Carolina Gold mustard sauce. Mustard sauce is also usually where you get a lot of blends in with the primarily black-oriented soul food cooking. Because South Carolina, especially in the old days, was a state with an extremely high population of slaves. Chattel slavery drove the South Carolina economy all the way to the Civil War. It's a major cotton-producing state, and Jim Crow was probably harsher here than almost any other state in the Union. The class of blacks both as slaves and then as freedmen got very creative with the little pork they were given or could afford with their money over the years. In other words, nothing went to waste. So you got things like hash over rice. Hash over rice is a dish that basically takes the parts of pulled pork that you wouldn't put into the barbecue itself, mixes it up together with sauce and serves it over rice. And you really are only going to find it in the Midlands and the Low Country in South Carolina and some chunks of eastern Georgia. It is a delicacy and it is excellent. South Carolina in particular, now to me in terms of pure barbecue, the meat is the winner and nothing comes close to Texas brisket. But when it comes to sides, the South Carolina barbecue sides knock every other style of barbecue away. Texas brisket, the meat is the whole deal. I mean, you might get some charro beans, you might get a little piece of bread. That's about all you're going to get. Same with, the ribs and the burnettes. And that's fine and that's good. But as you're going to see today, we're actually going to go up to New Ellington for lunch. One of my favorite barbecue spots in the whole wide world. You're going to have fried okra, fried chicken as a side. Okra and tomatoes, corn nuggets, sweet potatoes, collard greens, basically every sort of soul food you could ask for. And of course, banana pudding is a dessert.
Corn nuggets.
And this is why we're doing leg day today. And now, that should make a lot more sense. So hopefully that goes. Where can you eat alligator? You can eat alligator in the Low Country here in South Carolina, the coastal parts of Georgia. Alligator is primarily a delicacy more in Florida and Louisiana than any other state, which makes sense because that's where the population is the highest. Gator's quite tasty. Obviously, it's expensive because, well, you try catching a gator to kill for meat. Good luck. Obviously, you get a lot of meat if you do get one, but it is a wild animal that can kill you, unlike, say, a chicken. A chicken generally isn't going to kill you. It's the same reason bison is expensive. That is an animal that can kill you. All right, Bulgarians. Oh. But yeah, I can get alligator in the Low Country around here. It's more popular as you get towards Charleston and Hilton Head than the Midlands. But you can't get it here because there are alligators in the savannah. Of course, the savannah is polluted enough to where maybe that's not the best idea. It's funny, is people freak out because of my, because the Savannah River site's near here. People freak out about radiation. Then they forget about the fucking fertilizer plant, which is a much bigger source of pollution. And the paper mill.
Okay, so I do Bulgarian squats, split squats, but
Yeah.
that's a little harder than I normally do. Let's see how this works.
Well, you can use the bench too if you want something lower, because I'm taller, so here.
Yeah.
Here, you know what? Here, I got it. Just stand forward.
Yeah.
Just, you drop them if you want. Just hold on, I'm gonna lower it for you. You gotta get out of the way.
Oh, sorry, I didn't want you to talk. Easy. Now, I've been doing quite a bit of these lately, but I've been starting out my day with 40s, so I'm going to go down a little bit on this just because.
There you go. Try that. That should help.
And you can see how awkward I am. There we go. All right, see how this works.
Yeah, so alligator is generally
Whoop.
still too high.
Trying to find it. There it is.
Yeah, there it is.
Ah, okay, let me get the balance here. Now, if you're Three Stooges fans, you understand the lance. If you're not, then okay, fine. Here we go. It's a little high.
Still too high?
Listen, I just do the bench,
All right,
and you can talk to people.
that's fine. Yeah, I'll do a piece of the camera.
Yeah. Sucks to be 5'8", I tell you. There we go.
So yeah, with regards to gator, it's generally more of a delicacy. You'll find it a lot more in Cajun cooking and a lot more in Florida, just because the population's a lot higher there.
You've wrecked my legs today.
Yep. You still eat brown bears, they protected. Yeah, you can get bear meat in the Rockies, but there aren't any bears in large enough quantity for that to happen here. I think they're more protected in the Appalachians than they are in the Rockies. The population's a lot lower on the eastern half of the U.S. Because the Appalachians have been disturbed a lot more than the Rockies. Right? This is a history lesson, right? The Appalachians were moved into in the 18th and 19th centuries. The Rockies really didn't get touched until the 20th. And by that point, one of our greatest presidents of all time, Theodore Roosevelt, protected large chunks of the land in the Rockies as national parks. One of the single greatest moves any president has ever made. Fight me if you don't think the national park system is amazing. That is, seriously, I don't care about the rest of Roosevelt's presidency. And there were some great things he did, like busting the trust, and some less great things like, embracing imperialism. But compared to the national parks, none of that matters. America is such a beautiful natural landscape, and the reason we have so much of it to appreciate is because primarily Roosevelt started the national park system. Support your national parks. Go to one. The nearest ones here are the Smokies and the Congaree. People forget, yeah, the Congaree National Park, just down the road towards Charleston. It's a beautiful swamp. Go in the winter though, because the Congaree in the summer, I can't really express how bad the mosquitoes are there. It's actually so bad that you can have health complications due to blood loss if you're not careful. It's bad. All right. I thought Alaska has a decent population size of brown bears. Yes, but you'll note I live in South Carolina. I live about as far away from Alaska as one can in the United States, short of Georgia or Florida. You do that. So what does that mean we got left? 1, 2, 5, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 19.
And if anybody's from Texas, you want to kill some hogs, come up to my place. And there is a season for alligator in Northeast Texas, believe it or not.
We'll do one more set of this, and then we're going to get trap bar deadlifts. So I'm going to have trap bar prepped after I do this set.
I got 2 more on that one. I'm going to feel it tomorrow. I'm going to feel it tonight, actually. I can tell. Okay.
Yeah, we'll do this and then probably 3 sets of trap bar. That's not quite our normal 30 rep workout, but I'm pretty beat. I think that'll be pretty good. Usually, I did fewer calf sets than normal, and I think I'm going to live if I do a few less on calves. Plus, I hit that 325 set pretty hard. It was like my 6 or 7 squat sets, so I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, let's do this last set. Let's set on this anyway. Yeah, Alaska does have Alaska's got pretty much every wild animal you can think of in a boreal environment. But Alaska is so underpopulated relative to its land size, with the exceptions of a few small cities like Anchorage and Fairbanks, that it's largely irrelevant. You can basically capture whatever you want there, as long as it's not a bald eagle. And if you shoot a bald eagle, oh boy, you're fucked. Don't do that. Why would you shoot a bald eagle? I mean, eagle meat is not very tasty, I don't think. You're not going to get very much. If you're shooting bald eagles, I'm just going to conclude you're a fucking communist. legs are starting to shake, tremble. That's a good sign.
Man, get the hang of this.
Right now.
That's
The last exercise, I should say.
Yeah. Going for 10. Damn near.
So for this Severus, I'm going to go to 230. I'm going to go for reps, sort of like I was doing at 225 on the squat earlier. For your knowledge, the trap bar is 50 pounds.
I have no idea what we're doing that. We'll find out.
Just sit, relax. Try it. I would strongly recommend using the belt for this one, to be honest, just to protect your back if you're not used to it. Brace your abs. That's what I recommend doing. Center it. Deadlift is the simplest exercise in the world. Pick up the weight. You gotta tilt the camera up a bit. Spine neutral, abs tight. Look at the QS flat.
Haven't done deadlifting like forever, so this is going to be a new experience. Never used a bar like this, so this is going to be a new experience.
Yeah.
I think it's an old experience and a new experience.
You know, tighten it up. Should be above your hip bone.
Oh yeah, it is.
There you
Just
go.
like my backpack.
So, when it's too heavy, you start rounding your back, and we'll watch you. I'll let you know. I'll tell you to drop it.
Okay.
Not worth getting injured over.
Yeah.
Here you go. Abs tight. Spine neutral. Good. Good. You can only go for 3 reps.
I'm off balance here. Let me.
Yeah, you gotta find your balance. That takes time.
Oops.
That's too far back. There you go. That's it. Not bad.
That's
Not bad.
4. A little more. Next one.
But you said you never have access to a trap bar,
Not like that one, no.
so naturally, finding your balance, finding your form is going to be a bit difficult.
Yeah.
Now imagine doing that with 405.
Yeah.
That's all sometimes do.
Just
Take a minute.
see if we get my gym vibe on. It'll be good.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't kidding. You're gonna exit this. You're gonna exit this tomorrow morning. Everything. You're gonna feel like you've been fucking shot in the legs.
We're gonna get a picture of you carrying me to my car, because I might not be able to walk.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But how many exercises have you done today?
We've done. So far, we're at a total of 24 sets. We're gonna do, I think, 27,
Okay.
26.
And-
I could throw in extra calves. I'm good. I've done a set of squats, one set at 15 at 225 high bar, one set of 20 at 225 low bar, 3 sets of 12 at 275 low bar, one set of 8 at 325 low bar, 3 sets of front squat at 175, 8 reps apiece, 3 sets of 20 pullovers, 3 sets of 20 rear pulls, 3 sets of 8 40 dumbbells, Bulgarians, 4 sets total of calves, and 1 set of trap bars.
And see, during my cut, I was just doing 2 different leg exercises, a total of about 8 to 10 sets. So this is more legs than I've done in probably 4 months. Feels good.
This is 230 pounds, or about 105 kilos. By the way, I got invited to the local farm showing. You may have noticed on the back of my laptop the little Boondock Farm sticker.
Yeah.
They got a little farm market going on up there. It'd be cool for you to meet the girls too. They're pretty nice. Might be a fun way to do that. So we'll get through this. We'll probably do our handstand. I'll do my handstand push-ups and abs. Then I'll probably wrap up the stream pretty short. It's already up there.
You did that in the shower.
Yeah. Well, then I'll shower after because I smell like a bulb. We both do. That's just, again, the nature of living in the Southeast. Eventually you get to a point where you just accept being sweaty all the time. It's just how reality is here in the summer. It's hot, it's humid.
That's how I'm at the farm anyway, so it's kind of used to it.
Yeah, the only difference is it's drier but hotter out there.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, here we go. Now this is a bit low. Let's tilt this up just so you can actually see my face. There we go. You don't need to see my hands at the bottom. I think my face is more important to show. Strong like bull. I supersetted it with a calf until my grip strength failed.
How many did you do there?
I did what?
How many reps did you do?
15.
Okay, I ended up with 4. Let's see how close I can get to 15. Well, but you know.
No. Stop.
No, if I can, I won't.
No. Stop.
Oh, stop. Sorry.
Especially if you're going for reps. Jesus Christ, dude, protect your back.
Yeah.
That's a safety thing.
Because I think I forgot.
That's more than your own body weight.
Oh, we have to. I still can do pretty
Abs
nice.
tight. You got this neutral spine. You perform good. That's it. 1. Nice. That's good. Let's go. 2. Come on. 3. 4 looking great. Keep at it. 4. That's it. Use that hip hinge. Squeeze your glutes. Keep your back neutral. Nice.
One more. Nope. Losing grip.
Very nice. All right, last step for me. You might be tapped out, I don't know.
We'll see. 4 to 7. See if I go to the next one. Maybe.
I'm gonna stick to 15. this off, man. I'm soaking it, and so are you.
Oh, yeah. They're probably wondering why I have a camera taking video. I'm doing a video on him, kind of like a documentary, really to promote his channel. Hopefully get it done in the next couple of weeks.
Do some YouTube shorts,
YouTube shorts like that. So if you see it, like, share it, show your friends. We want this channel to 2,000 people by the year if possible. I think that might help.
Well, for those of you who are other content creators, and you're looking for someone to make videos, you know, maybe on commission or something, or improve your AV, got a fucking genius right here for it. Strongly recommend. Yeah, it's rising. Still in the low 80s, but it's getting close to the mid 80s. That's okay, this is the last set. Move it up just a touch. All right. If I fart, just, you know, be aware that might happen. Wendy's non-frozen, you hold your breath in, the belt supports a strong posture. Yeah, well, what I do is I use my abs to push against the belt to keep my spine neutral. Your body is tight up against the belt. I don't understand how that, yeah, Wendy's more or less nailed it there. The belt, okay, so, right, the belt in and of itself is not going to prevent injuries, but think about if you're repping on heavy weight, either it's a squat or a deadlift. We'll go with deadlifts. The closer you are to your failure point, right, the closer you are towards, be it a failure weight or a high volume failure on reps, right, the more likely you are to break form. The belt helps in the sense that you can activate your abs to keep your spine more neutral and break form less. And what's more, if you do break form, it's a lot less likely you're going to do this. Because if you do this, you've turned a squat or a deadlift into a good morning. And at squat or deadlift weight, that's almost a surefire way to get an injury. So for safety reasons, for me, I always wear a belt with anything above about body weight. Any weak spot energy links, if anything is loose, it's a high risk for injury. Pretty much, yeah. I mean, and you don't have to use a belt, especially if you're going for volume. There are advantages to not using a belt. It's a lot easier to get oxygen into your system, which for volume is very important. However, right, there are trade-offs with everything. So in general, for me, the higher the weight, the more likely I am to use a belt, and the tighter I am to keep that belt. Right, a belt here, like on the loosest notch, ain't gonna do much for me. But there are a variety of notches I use. You can kind of tell by the marks and the damage over the years to it, right? You know, this one, this one, this one, or this one. Those four, depending on how many reps I'm gonna do versus how much weight I'm gonna do. The tighter I have it, the less oxygen I can get, but the more supportive it's going to be in terms of keeping my spine neutral. So usually heavier weight equals a tighter belt. I only use the belt for my heaviest weights. I do it for, again, anything above body weight. Yeah?
Just putting this before
Okay.
starting to pack up.
This is the last set, so I'm almost done.
Alright, I'm making some rice.
Oh, I'm not hungry.
I know, but I am.
Okay. I was about to say, that's you. We're going to get free barbecue.
Oh, I figured it'd be fun.
Me?
Yeah. Strong leg pull, let's go. Left set. Do it for America, baby. 15. Do it again if you want to, I'm shy. You do it?
I'm gonna do it.
Alright. notebook in.
All right. All right. See how far we go. Ugh. Wish I could pretend I did these, but it's going to be on video, so I got to do them. Oops. Losing grip already. Done.
You all right?
I lost grip after 3. I tried one more. I said, screw it. I'm done.
No, we're shot. We're burnt out. That's good. That's the end. Oh, that's gonna need to breathe.
Yeah, it is.
Big time.
Two forms of sweat on it. Sheesh.
I'll probably hit it with leather cleaner next time. Let it dry out first. You all right? Just breathe. You did good. Now that, my good sir, is a leg day. You're barely gonna be able to walk tomorrow.
Not my first rodeo, but it's the first time I've done this extensively, so.
Not your first rodeo, but your first rodeo with this ball.
That's right. This bull kicked my ass, I did.
You hung on for 8 seconds. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Alright, so get ready all for handstand push-ups. We're gonna hit it. We're gonna hit handstands, we're gonna hit abs. We'll probably wrap up on the quicker side today unless there are lots of questions. We already covered the financial fitness yesterday, so we needn't really go over that as much. Oh, hang on, Wendy says. You mean take over? Pretty sure BullMuscle would give you the same, but probably a better answer. No, Wendy's, you pretty much nailed it. That was a really good answer, so yeah. And Nikolai, good on you for asking. I love it when my audience both answers and asks questions, because that's how you learn. And I learn from you guys just as much as I teach you guys. That's how this works. Never be too arrogant to think you can't learn. Never be too humble to think you can't teach. Show the leg pump. Ocean FM, thank you very much for the follow. I normally wouldn't. Normally I reserve that for channel points redeems, but I'm feeling generous. And to be honest, I'm really proud, so. Santiago Blue, thank you very much for the follow. Here you go, little hockey legs. Right, 1, 2. There are a couple cuts I can't show further up. Let's head in and get some handstand push-up hype, okay? Get ready, handstand push-up hype, y'all. All right, set that down, put it in. Great workout. And good on you, my man, Mr. Severus, sticking about. It's a beautiful Saturday in my beloved Palmetto State. We're actually gonna go hit the farmer's market in my little town here coming up. It's called, actually if I showed it off, y'all would know what town I'm in. I don't really care, I'm well armed. It's called Boondock Farms, you can look it up if you really care. Hold a rocket, good to see you. Yes sir. Handstand push-ups coming right up. It's important to stay humble. Like, okay, this is something I found right. I'm a nuclear engineer. So I study a lot of atomic stuff. We're talking regulatory burdens. We're talking, fission processes, waste processes, machining processes, all sorts of stuff for, nuclear, for my job, for nuclear engineering. And there are guys who have been working in this industry since the 70s. And they will know more, they have more knowledge in the fraction of their brain than I do in my entire knowledge of anything. I mean, it's just how age does. You get wisdom, you get experience In this country, we have a bad habit of not listening to our elders as much as we should. It's one we could learn from, in particular, the Eastern Asian countries, the Japanese, the Chinese, and the Koreans. They treat their elders with more respect than we do, and I do think that's important. By the way, yes, beat the hell out of Miami, indeed. So let's get some handstand push-ups going. We'll do that, we'll do abs, and then we are going to have a quick Q&A, and that's going to be about it. So actually, we'll start the Q&A now. If you have questions, ask away. It can be about finance, it can be about diet, exercise, you name it. Diet today, we are going to hopefully not run too big of a calorie surplus, but I'm treating my main man Severus here to some Carolina-style barbecue. Now, I will admit the meat is inferior to Texas brisket, but the sides, holy moly. There is nowhere, no barbecue style has better sides than South Carolina. North Carolina, pig vinegar comes close in terms of sides, but hash over rice is a game changer. Hash over rice is pure palmetto. It is as lovely. Hash over rice is as lovely. It's as important in the Carolina culture as shrimp and grits is. And if you've never had shrimp and grits, you clearly ain't been to South Carolina. I'll put it that way. And shrimp in particular. Yankees do not know how to cook shrimp. I don't know why. Y'all overcook them. And it's the only Yankees I've ever been able to find that can cook shrimp right, and it's even that it's dicey, are the Italians, the Jersey and New York and Philadelphia Italians, that they know, and it's dicey. It's nowhere near as reliable as the South. But they know you don't need to turn the shrimp into a rubber fucking hockey puck, right? Let the shrimp come up to temperature slowly. Ease it. You got to be really gentle. A little lemon. Let the shrimp's flavor shine for itself. But a good seafood Italian dish is real nice. I bet Boston probably does it well too. I didn't have the chance to fancy it. I had cannolis in Boston instead. Anyway, let's do handstand push-ups. And yes, beat the hell out of Miami. Whoop. All right, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, up. If you like this, check out my Discord. Okay. There's your handstand push-ups. Oh, shoulders are a bit sore after that, but it's to be expected. We hit them. Even the thing with squats is that squats is such a heavy exercise or an intensive exercise that really hits a lot of your muscles. By the way, Ocean Fit, thank you for the first time chat. Santiago Blue, thank you for the first time chat and the follow. Both of you, welcome to the bullpen. We're going to do our abs now. So, today is September the 9th, therefore it is an odd day. So, we're going to hit jackknives, we're going to hit raised leg sit-ups, we're going to hit Russian twists, we're going to hit V-sits, and we're going to hit bicycle sits. All right? And I'm using my socks as a pad so that way my back doesn't make farting noises on the surface. It's just a thing that happens. It's an air pocket on the curvature of my spine that makes it sound like I'm farting every time I do a rep. And I don't really want to do that. So, abs, 2, 3, 4. Come on. 48. 50. 60. Russian twist. Oh, my obliques. Great question, Santiago. Let's talk about that. What made you start streaming your fitness journey? I'm training to become a personal trainer myself, so I'd like to incorporate that into streaming. But I honestly don't know where to begin. Any advice? So, I have been lifting weights since I was 13 years old. I am now 28, so I've been lifting weights since 2008, 15 years. I started streaming my workouts in year number 14, about 14, 15 months ago. I had read an article really breaking down in a very nice analytical and mathematical scientific way on how to get actual fat loss. It requires tracking your macros and dieting. And I had always done occasional Twitch streams of games I like to play, usually just nostalgic childhood games, Pokemon or Railroad Tycoon or more recently old school RuneScape. But I'd never thought to try streaming weightlifting. And lo and behold, I did, and people started showing up. And people started asking me questions. And a large part of it, right, the reason I look so defined here, the reason you see abdominal walls is because I started taking my diet seriously. I've always been fairly strong. That's because I've been lifting for so long. But my strength has gone up, not as much as one might think in the last year, but I've lost a fair amount of fat. I was previously floating around 225 to 230. Now I'm sitting at about 210, and a lot of what I lost was fat, and I've even gained a bit of muscle through a variety of cut and bulk cycles over the past 15 months or so. So, what I would tell you, Santiago, is for advice to start, I would start by watching a lot of other Twitch streamers who are also personal trainers. I am not one. I give out advice, but my advice is free. I'm an engineer who does this as a hobby. I think this is just fun. I'm not in it for the money. A lot of other streamers are, and that's okay. It's just a difference between my channel and others. It's also why my channel, frankly, is a lot more amateur. I work out in an unconditioned, or an unair-conditioned garage. Other people have actual studios and actual weightlifting areas within their house that they stream on, and that's okay as well, right? You've been doing a good job of losing fat and building muscle. I can definitely tell you're definitely not a novice at working out. Well, I mean, yeah. I've been doing it for 15 years, so I would certainly hope I've moved past what most people would call a novice. There are some areas where I'm definitely still weaker than I'd like to be, lats being the big one. My lats they don't seem to respond quite as well to training as all my other muscles. They've gotten a lot better, but long way to go. So I would say, in terms of personal fitness trainers, I would watch Akrashi, Joe_workouts, Limitless_fitness, TomoFit, Celtsy, Zachbot is probably another good one. Not all of them are personal trainers, but you'll get a different feel. Each health and fitness streamer on Twitch has a different sort of overarching philosophy for how they run their channel. Mine is a lot on freedom, particularly that of the financial variety, and I need to move the source down so y'all can see the countdown clock. Don't know why that isn't showing. There we go. Mine is of the financial variety, so I will be able to retire before I'm 30 if I continue working at this current job. Because of the good decisions I've made in my life, I've set myself up really well for future success. So that's sort of my brand, so to speak. It's optimization. That's diet. That's optimization of fitness. That's optimization of exercise. That's optimization of saving. That's optimization of lifestyle is really what my channel boils down to. But that's very different from someone like, take Zachbot. Zachbot is super into sheltering animals and his dogs. Acro is a lot more of the bodybuilding type. Joe Workouts does personal trainers, and she's opening her own gym pretty soon. Limitless Fitness does personal trainers. Celtsy does a lot more of the HIIT, not quite CrossFit, but close to sort of workouts. So you have to figure, what's your wheelhouse going to be? What is how do you like to do your workouts? And then incorporate that and then your own take on things, how you want to get your message across to different people. You have to find your niche within the health and fitness community. If you're just another generic streamer and you don't have something that makes you unique, you're not going to cultivate the same audience, is what I would tell you. Neam says, wise woman told me that you eat less and move more. Oh, good morning or noon. Hang on. What is Neam? No. Neam, I was just trying to read Neam's chat. It scrolled out past me. A wise woman told me that if you eat less and move more, you'll lose weight. Yeah, that's a thermodynamics law. If you eat less, move more, and eat plenty of protein, you'll lose body fat. That's correct. If you eat less, move more, eat plenty of protein, and strength train, you lose body fat and build muscle. Provided the numbers are correct, not too big a deficit, and enough protein, yes, that's correct. I've never forgotten what she told me. My first trainer is a big reason my workout knowledge. That wise woman was pretty much 100% correct. Really, the question is the numbers, which vary, of course, from person to person, because bigger people need more calories and more protein. Smaller people need fewer calories and less protein. It's all proportional. So how I find to be honest, scrolling through fitness streams for inspiration. I'm not a professional. You definitely have a valuable outlook to life, and I love that. It's very inspiring. Santiago, I would strongly recommend for you in particular to join my Discord. If you want to start out on the streamer journey, become part of my community. And very often my community supports people who are in the community. So definitely I would recommend joining in on that. I think you won't regret it. Let's do raised leg setups. Oh, God. Come on. Come on. You warming up some of the sauce there, Dodge?
No, I'm just cooking rice.
Oh,
Remember?
I didn't realize you had said that. My bad.
Yeah.
Okay, we got 2 more sets of abs. I'm also going to Boondock Farms. This is a mug I got from one of the wonderful producers at Boondock Farms. I love the Grateful Dead. You have barbecue today? Yep, we're getting barbecue today. At 30, what the hell? I see myself going to see Jay Leno root and life. I don't think I'll ever retire and continue building businesses like Leno. Everyone wants to retire early. Meanwhile, I don't even want to retire at 60. I love working so much. So, it's not about retiring at 60, okay? Or retiring at 30. It's not about retiring at 30. It's about the ability to retire at 30. It's about having the freedom to do so. It means you can't be fucked with by your employer. That's what I'm getting at. It's about having the power and freedom. I may well, I've talked about this before, I may well end up getting a job offer from some other entity in the future that's too good to pass up. And if that's the case, I may take it. And if I continue working beyond age 30, I'll very quickly become a millionaire because I've saved a massive chunk of my income pretty much ever since I graduated college. It sounds funny if you close your eyes. Yeah, that's tough. Usually I have a shirt to put under. These socks aren't quite working as well as I'd have hoped. Can't just chill in a yacht basking in the sun. I always love grinding, working my ass off, case like mini vacations, spending my hard-earned money, but I like to get back to work afterwards. Yeah, so that's why I say, right, you see down here in the corner, it says financially independent, I'm free. That's why it says that, and it doesn't say financially independent, I'm retiring. Free is different from retiring. You can choose to continue working, but it's about the freedom to make that choice. It's about true freedom, and that is above all else what I pursue. I want freedom. I want to be able to answer to no man, but myself. All right, bicycles. All right, one last set.
Hey, Bull, I'm gonna chime in real quick on this retire early financial independence.
How about it? I'm gonna do another set.
You know, I can't tell people what I do, but anyway, but for me, I'm in essence semi-retired. I work 3 days a week, and I'm gonna keep doing this for another 20 plus years. I spend a lot of time between the city and a farm that I've inherited from my parents, and I do a lot of work out there and such. So I will continue to work to help do that, but I could just stop working now completely and be able to do it, but it's not any fun. And just because you are financially independent doesn't mean you have to stop working. You're going to retire and do something. Actually, the definition of retire is to withdraw. And so if you think about it, if you're in retirement, you are withdrawing what you saved already to continue your lifestyle, but you're withdrawing from what you're doing to something else. And I know a lot of people that do that. But that's just kind of my 2 cents in there for you.
Absolutely. No, this is why I prefer the term financial independence to early retirement, but a lot of people don't understand what financially independent means. So I have to use early retirement. I usually say early retirement because that gets people interested. People say, wait, you mean you don't have to work all your life? And the answer is you don't. Niam says, is it weird I like having a boss? No. Different strokes for different folks. For me, my boss is very hands-off, and as a result, I like my boss. I'm an engineer, and I'm competent at my job, so I prefer a fairly high degree of autonomy. No more tablecloth, huh? What do you mean? Oh, the tablecloth's over there, but you can't see it at this current angle. Anyway, all right, so this is the Q&A section of the stream. I don't believe we hit 50. If we do, I'll do the splits real quick. Actually, if y'all give me some hype, I'll do splits anyway. I'm feeling generous today. I like working for the man. I love being part of the team, so I'm interning at Meta. Wow. After university, I can join there and join the Instagram team. So many Americans talk about owning their own business. I don't really have that drive. I like the platforms that already exist. I'm not trying to make one from scratch. Rather, join a team at a big tech firm and worked on bettering the product. So I have a pathological hatred for Facebook/Meta and Instagram. You'll find that I'm not on those social media platforms for a very specific reason. Same thing with TikTok, which is even worse, or whatever the fuck Elon is calling Twitter now. Right, I work with plutonium for a living, and Twitter's too radioactive for me to touch. You shouldn't touch it either. Stay off of Twitter. It's bad for you.
Stay off the tweets.
Stay, literally, yes.
XX.
Yeah, X is, okay, whatever, X, Twitter, who gives a shit? It's still the same shitty platform. Elon, actually, I like the fact that Elon took over because he's destroying the platform. I hate Twitter and X. Therefore, I like Elon, not because he owns it, but because he's destroying it. So, don't believe we hit 50, but you know what, I'm feeling generous. Who wants to see me try the splits? Yeah? Chet? Come on. I'm gonna do this. I need some hype. Give me a little bit of hype.
Come on, let's get hype. I want to see it too. Come on. I want to see it live. Let's get some hype for them. I want to see it.
It's completely fine to stream, but no social platforms. So, okay, nothing's perfect. Twitch is not ideal either. I still think Twitch is far better than YouTube or really any others. I don't trust Mr. Bezos either, but I find more good from Twitch because I'm able to learn and teach and kind of keep a more wholesome community vibe here and on my Discord than on Twitter or Facebook. It's just, people get really rancid, really nasty on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and really shallow, and it's not a good vibe. All right, let's do it. Splits hype. So 420 Aquafina, you can call it hypocrisy, and there's probably an element of that. I just particularly really don't like Facebook, Insta, TikTok, and Twitter. Those four, I'll refuse to join. I do use Snapchat, but that's only for people I've met in real life, sorry. It's just a rule of mine. But you know, I feel as though the other thing too is I don't want to spend all my life on social media. So if I restrict myself just to Twitch and Discord and occasionally Reddit when I, you know, need to post something on, you know, on a subreddit or something of that nature, it's good. You know, it's to me, it's a happy balance. That's what life is all about. You gotta optimize, which is what this whole channel is about. It's finding that balance. So, here we go. No. Ah. Oh. Ouchie. Oh. Not calling you anything, just stretching out your argument. No, that's a fair thing to critique me on. But you know, if that's the way it is it weird I don't like chest day and I dread it and I'm being 100% honest, I've been caught skipping chest days sometimes. It's only wrong that you're skipping. I'm a recovering bench bro, so I'm quite the opposite. There was a time where I tried to occasionally skip or wuss out on leg day. Don't do it. Stay balanced. So I think we're going to look to raid someone. Who we got? Ferneck, Krulix, W. Ramir, Typical Yan. I haven't had W. Ramir in a while. I think we're going to raid W. Ramir. Yeah. So the raid message is going to be bull rush. I really love leg day though. Sometimes I'll train legs like 3 times a week. Dude, my central nervous system cannot handle more than 1 or 2 leg days in a week. That drives me nuts. Oh, Octavian, thank you very much for the follow. Also a really cool name. I like it. Welcome to Bowl 10. Unfortunately, you've caught me at the end of the stream. Or maybe you've been watching, but you just hadn't hit the follow button yet. And in either case, I do appreciate it. So, if you want to see more off hours, come check out my Discord. We're going to go raid W. Ramir 93. W. Ramir 93. He's a pretty cool weightlifter. I will be live most likely again tomorrow at 9. Not quite sure if it'll be it's either be a rest day or a push day. It's really going to depend on what Severus wants to do. So we'll talk about that, figure it out later. Until then, I will see you either on the Discord or tomorrow morning. Pectorals are kind of small, but my legs are massive. Hey, respect it, man. I'm the opposite way, right? With that big barrel chest. Anyway, the raid message is Bull Rush. I want to say thank you, Octavian, Santiago, Sonora, Gamesa, Ken, Evans Epic, and Kansas Party Boy. Thank you very much for the follows. As always, y'all, make good decisions. Those good decisions form your habits. Those habits form your values. Those values form an ethos. That ethos can be the guide star through the rough waters of life. Raid message is Bull Rush. All right, let's go. Come in for the hug. Full hug. All right, YouTube. Always good to see you guys. There may be some cool content coming out from Mr. Severus here, so check it out later. Deuces.